Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor and welcome back to more WoW leveling. Hey, it hasn't been a month this time. It's been 2 months. So, that's a thing. But, hey, you know what? We're back. We're back. We're WoW leveling more than ever. It's been 2 months because usually, I'll just like forget about it and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's been a month. But this time I got so into Hearthstone that I just forgot and said it's been 2 months. So I'm sorry. But this is the never ending series. What is continuing may never stop. I don't know. I was trying to do the like what is dead may never die thing from Game of Thrones, but not nah, it's whatever. Okay. Oh wait, I gotta turn the thing back here. So how you doing? Yeah, I had like PAX East and everything, and then after that Hearthstone happened, and then it was just all gone from there. And I kind of miss WoW. Not even gonna lie. Oh, pay no mind to Buddy. He won't hunt you. He just like scratches. Wait, he just likes to scratch now and then. Oh, that's Buddy. It's this big lovable kitty, aren't you, Buddy? Yes, you are. You're a cute little thing. You're mommy's little baby. This little baby. Watch her blink several times in surprise. Where did you get that? Count Ungula's mandible. Are you sure that's real? I mean, I knew there was a large wildlife in the marsh, not wildfire, but there are giant creatures, and then there are giant bugs. Come to think of it, the Sporelings did mention a story about a fearsome nether ray that used to terrorize them before the Boglord incursion. What if the stories are true? Oh dear, I'd better take that for safekeeping. The expedition will want to know about this. Observing the Sporelings. We need to learn all that we can of the Sporelings at Sporeggar and their relationship to the creatures around them. One way to do that is what I'm doing, passive observation, while making a note of their interactions. I need you to head over to the spawning glen to the west, investigate the whole area, and then return to tell me what you just saw. Alright, I can do that. So, this is pretty much the last thing I want to do in Zangar Marsh. So this is going to be like the end of Zangar Marsh. This is it. And then we can head to probably Terrakar. I'll do like some of Terrakar before we shift over to good old Nagrain. So let's do that. I also don't have any add-ons, as you can tell, because I haven't played since my old computer. Or I got my new computer. Since I've gotten my new computer, I haven't played. Or WoW leveled, at least. Boglords are devouring the spore sacks. They've got to be stopped. Natural enemies. Us Sporelings and the Boglords have never gotten along well. In the past, we've managed to keep them at bay with spears and stones. Lately, they seem to become more aggressive or more desperate. They do not fear us and our weapons. You are much scarier, better armed than us. If you were to fight the Boglords for us, we'd be forever in your debt. Bring me their tendrils so I know how many you've killed. Alright. You there, you must help us. Again. The fungal giants are devouring all our spore sacks. You must do something or we'll lose our young. The spore sacks start out large and become smaller as the air inside them is depleted. This voice is hard to do. Look for the small mature spore sacks and save them. Alright. So let's go investigate this first. But yeah, I kind of miss playing WoW. Like, I'm really excited for Legion because there's always that thing where you take a break from WoW and then you just really want to play it again. I feel like watching the Warcraft movie is going to make me want to play again, too. Because that, for America, comes out tomorrow. And going to see it with Toaster Woman and Gmart. And then I'm expecting it to be probably like a 7 out of 10. I'm expecting a 7 out of 10, but I feel like I'm still going to enjoy it. It's going to be one of those things where I'm like, wow, I enjoyed that. I thought it was good. I don't want to watch it again. Maybe I will. I don't know. Hopefully I'm like pleasantly surprised. Let's see what's over here. Is this where I got to explore? Or do I got to go over there? No, this is where I got to explore. Okay. I did it. I investigated. And I got to kill... No, I gotta get this mature spore sacks. Okay. Bloop. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it already because I know it's already out everywhere that isn't America. And I've heard good and bad things. The big thing I've heard is that if you're a fan, you're gonna enjoy it. So I feel like I'll enjoy it. That's what Jesse said too. And aside from that, Legion comes out in only like 2 months. So I'm happy. Finally moving on from Draenor. Thank God. Like I almost did a pointless top 10 about some Draenor stuff, and I was just like, man, I just don't care. And I was like, it's not even like me just, like I just genuinely didn't care. It's like I don't really care about a lot of these zones. Don't really care about the story, and that's one part of the reason. Like I think a lot of people stop playing WoW. That's it's not the worst story, but it's not. Oh no, maybe it's just me. I just genuinely don't care. While when it was like Wrath of the Lich King, or even Cataclysm, like I still cared about the story. I still cared enough to like go do stuff. Even Pandaria, now that I think about it, I still cared enough to do like I did LFR, even though everyone's like LFR, oh my god. But I cared enough about the Pandaria places and zones and everything to actually do the LFR and be like, wow, that's still like some cool raid fights, even though it's just the difficulty of a 5-man. But you know, I still care enough to do. But this, I did the. I didn't even do any LFR. I don't even think I've done Maybe I'll do it just to see. Maybe I'll do it just to like experience it and be like, all right, maybe Draenor wasn't that bad. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, like, what did you think of this expansion? Obviously, most people would be like, this is dumb. Garrisons are phone games, blah blah. But I mean, like, as for the raiding and the 5-mans and like the content, right? PvP. Like, I want to know, like, what did you think? Hearing the Blizzard guys talk as well is pretty interesting. How they said a lot of the old leveling content has become outdated, and that's part of the reason the leveling experience is a bit like bleh now. And it's true. Like, here, watch this: 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 2. It's like 3 seconds. That fight to kill this starving fungal giant that's 1 level higher than me took 3 seconds, and all I did was just spam arcane shot. So I feel like they need to slightly increase the difficulty on that. Not like a whole lot, but just a little bit, because it does feel like, hey, I'm mindlessly just running. There's no threat, right? There's no real threat to any of it, and I think they need to fix that up a bit. It would be nice, dude, Boglord Tendril, if they just tuned some of it, because I think they look past that and they're like, that's not something new. Not a lot of people can experience it. But they did it in Cataclysm, right? So, I don't know. I think it'd be cool if they did have scaling, where like you could go back to old zones at higher levels, like most games now, and just complete quests that you want to know the story of, but you're like, you know, it's not, because when you become out leveled, the quests just like disappear, and you're like, but I want to finish the quest, and it's like a 10-year-old mechanic that's outdated. They really need to update. I would be happy with them just making. They need like one big patch, right? I mean, like have like a team that works on one big patch that fixes up a lot of the old stuff, like what we've just been talking about, right? I don't know. That's at the same time, and it's like they're taking people off the expansion team. But, I mean, can't they just, like, pay a few more people to do it? Or it might just be Activision or whatever it is, Activision. Being like, no, we're not giving you money to do that. Or that. I don't know how it all works. All I know is it doesn't... it's that, like, backseat gamer thing, but it's backseat game developer. Like, why don't you just do this? I mean, that's the reason I'm not, like... I don't, like, spout that all the time. Welcome back to me rambling. I guess I'll just delete all this stuff. Dude, sips. Leveling in WoW right now for a video. And now you're in it. Say hello. Let's see if he says hello. He's shy. That's okay, little fella. Sips is a good guy. I like Sips. I actually went fishing with Sips. I haven't made that many fishing with Crendors either. There he is. There's the hi mom. Sips is one of my favorite like YouTube people. He's just a chill, cool guy. But I stopped making fishing with Crendors as much just because I don't know, I ran out of people I really well, I still need to fish with Jesse actually. I forgot about that. Yeah. Alright. These Boglord tendrils not dropping very quickly. Not dropping very quickly. I'm running out of people I want to... There's like plenty of people I want to fish with, but I've realized like the less known of a person it is, the less people care. So like I've gotten lots of complaints being like, I don't know who this person is, so I don't care. And they only get like a few thousand views or something. I'm like, or like I'd rather just work on something else at that point. I don't know. That's like the mind. I guess that's just the mind of a YouTube person in general, because you generally judge your content by views or like likes and dislikes. But if a lot of people aren't viewing it, you're like, well, a lot of people don't like this. You're better off doing something else. Like I could have just made a pointless top 10 instead. So that's just my thought process. There you go, another spore sack. Oh yeah. There we go. I always don't loot the creeping moth. I only need one more Boglord tendril. Come on, drop it. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Yeah, there it is. One thing I do love about Legion, if you didn't know, I've made exploration things of all the Legion zones. And I really like all the zones. Like every Legion zone, I judge a zone by its like environment and ambience and everything like that. And I love all of them. There's like I don't know what they did this expansion, but they had some good zone leveling designers this time around. Typically there's like one or two zones where I'm like, it was okay. Kind of like in Pandaria, for example. Let's go to Pandaria real quick. Pandaria. I didn't really like Town Long Steps or Dread Wastes. Cross the Rung was okay. I like Valley of the Four Winds. Vale of Eternal Blossoms was pretty cool, and Kunlai Summit was awesome. And I like Jade Forest. I mean, like this side of the world wasn't my favorite. And then Cataclysm, I didn't really like. What was it? Maelstrom? What's that one zone? It's Deep Home. Deep Home was okay. And then Vejgir was kind of, I didn't really enjoy that either. But this one seems really fun. Now, don't get me wrong, the questing could be awful. Could have some really boring questing and stuff like that, and then I won't like it. But as of right now, I really enjoyed them all for what they are. So take that for what it is. I observed the sporelings. What? The Boglords of Quagridge are eating the sporelings? Or the sporling pods? This isn't good. I was wondering why the Boglords were crossing the road to go to the spawning glen. They must be starving for some reason. This will not do. I mean, normally I wouldn't get involved, but if they continue to eat all the sporling pods, they'll wipe them out. Here's what we'll do. I'll stay here, and you head to the Quag Ridge to the east and look for a dietary clue as to why they're raiding the sporelings. Collect 10 pieces of discarded nutriment, and then return to Watcher Lisa. Alright, so we gotta go over there. But I also gotta turn these ones in. So let's go turn these in. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, just everything in general. And that's why I enjoy WoW leveling, because it's just kind of a nice, relaxing, like, chill thing to do. Oh, there he is. And it kind of just brings me back in that nostalgic sense, like, oh, we're in Zangar Marsh leveling. So there's that nostalgic sense to it. How's the Boglord slaying going? You made it back alive. I'll let the other Swirlings know about you, Zaluzar, the Giant Slayer. And the Spore Sacks. You've done it. You have my people's thanks. I hope you understand. This is where our young ones come from. We can't let these beasts devour the sacks. Hooray. Oh, man. Oh, man. We're so close. We're under 1,000 experience to level 64. Progress is real. The progress is real. Yeah, that's so good. Let's go get some discarded nutriments real quick. Yeah, it's a weird word. Like, 'cause I think of nutrient, but it's a nutriment. Sounds like a type of energy bar. Whoa! I leveled by exploring. Oh man, we could go do Old Hillsborough Foothills and the Escape from Durnhold. Hooray! Creeping moss. I guess let's keep looting the creeping moss. Oh, here's some. Yoink. Alright, so it's gotta run around and gather up a bunch of it. Alright. I talk about this in Hearthstone, but I also got my VR, my Vive. And it's really good. Not even gonna lie, my favorite's Job Simulator, but I've really been enjoying the VR. The Vanishing Realms, I think what it's called. That's like the virtual reality RPG. That one's really fun too. You get to like sword fight skeletons and everything. It's really cool. It obviously has bugs. It's obviously still very early. Like with that game, for example, you gotta like port around everywhere, but and some of the things are kind of off a bit. Like the like sometimes you sword hit and it's like, nope, you didn't sword hit, and I'm like, what? But for the most part, it's pretty accurate, and like you get used to moving around and everything. It's really cool. Like I can see the potential in it. It doesn't feel gimmicky, you know, like I hoped it would, and I was like, I hope this doesn't feel like a gimmick, kind of like 3D, but it definitely feels like it's gonna be here to stay. They just need to keep working on it and keep making it more accessible to everyone, as well as easier to set up a bit. Because setting it up, it's like you need a big area. You gotta clear out a bunch of stuff. Like I had to like clear out a bunch of stuff over here and then set up the sensors, and I had to like buy some more tripods to put the sensors on because I had to like, get them up high, so I had to stack boxes and like put shit up on the wall because I couldn't just drill holes in the wall because it's like a place I'm renting. So it's like, alright. So it's a bit tricky to set up. Then you gotta wear the headset and you gotta have the headphones on as well, so a lot of things. But once you get it set up, it's not that bad. That, and you need a computer nearby as well. So it's like, you gotta have a computer ready to plug it into. So hopefully your computer area is in a good thing, otherwise you gotta move that. So it's a lot of things like that, little things just all add up. But once you get it all set up, it's great. I love it. Let's get this out of the way. So I wanna try recording some of it because I think that'd be fun. I just need to figure out a good way to record it. I need like a microphone I can wear while I'm walking around doing VR. Maybe like a headset type thing. That'd be good. There we go. We got all nutriments. Alright. So let's turn this in. Over here. Be sure that you collect... Oh, I did that. This is what you found? That's odd. These husked mushrooms remains are both unusual and somehow look familiar. I have to think on this a moment. Don't go anywhere. Yes, that's it. I knew I'd seen a particular phylum of mushroom elsewhere in the marsh. To the north is a place known as the Hewn Bog. Odd name for the place, if you ask me, but I've never been there. I'll need samples of the mushrooms to confirm my hypothesis. Just be careful, Hunter. I'd heard that ogres have moved to the area, so you'll have to get samples from them. Could that be why the bog lords are no longer getting their food? Oh my god, we gotta go back up here. Alright. Man, I was just up there. I was just up there doing all the things. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop here, and then I'll make another WoW leveling after I've seen the Warcraft movie. And I can talk about the Warcraft movie. I think that's a good idea. That'll give me more stuff to ramble on, because I feel like I've rambled for a solid 20 minutes now, and I'm running out of rambling. Either way, while leveling's back, I'm happy because It feels good. Feels good to be back on the yak. Back on the yak. And, yeah. We will continue while leveling very soon. Okay? Okay. See ya.